So, how do you cope with your feelings? How do you get in touch with your center without being disbalanced, without taking you into the spheres where you don't want to go because it hurts or it's overwhelming? So, how do we stay focused in our own energy? How to not get lost in our emotions, in our feelings? Because many times during a day, a lot of things just come out of nowhere and it triggers us and we just go into disbalance. And we're like, whoa, no, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to go this way. I have to stay focused. It's a mind game. It's all about the mind. Because the untrained mind, it gets swayed by the emotions. It's like when your ego sees your weak points and it can attack them, so you get astray. And there it can gain energy from your system to feed itself. And that weakens you even more. So how to actually get back to yourself, to your centralized alignment with your soul, where you're excited and happy and you feel good, right? There are of course several things which can help us, like the pathways we can use, we can go. And one of these is the non-attachment. Of course, we've heard it many times, but it works. When something comes, we have to see it all, like whole life, as a game. Because it is. This is just simulation. It's just very convincing simulation, but we were in higher realms now in 5D. We would see it all. We would know, like, oh yeah, that's the code I wrote, like last millennia. Of course, like the patterns are just a bunch of codes we wrote for ourselves, and we are still looping in them. But what we can do is to just abandon them and focus on things we want, and that just like dismantles them. How to see life as a game? For example, a movie Matrix. We've seen this, right? And it actually speaks pretty well about the reality of what it is. It's not about like the design of the movie, like how it was portrayed, but the energies behind it. You know, what is really interesting, that in the original script in Matrix, there was this simulation, and Neo went out of that to the real world, right? But in the original script, there was this layer where he went was also a simulation, and the real world was in the next level, but they scratched that so it doesn't get confusing. But that's more precise, because we were living in a matrix, like in the society which didn't know where to go. There was no focus, only the rich and wealthy, and not like the power mongers. They knew where to go, but they left already. And now we are stepping into the, like, let's say, pleasant simulation, but the real life is even behind that. But we cannot skip that. We have to wake up to this middle step, and that's where we are going. Here we know it's all a game. You cannot wait for a proof to know that it's a game, to know that there is something beyond. And it's a saying, it's a very famous saying, it's maybe from Bible, I think it's from Bible. You have to believe first, and then the proof comes. And that's exactly how it works, because the law of attraction. If you focus in a like materialistic way, and you're waiting for something to come to you, to show to you like there's something different that you thought, you're just waiting and, okay, universe, come to me and show me and then I will start believing. That's not how it works. You have to believe first. Because when you believe first, that's when the miracles start to happen. It's other way around, law of attraction. What you believe in, what you feel in yourself, that comes into your life. So we want to look at things around us from a different angle, like what's beyond. We need to look for a meaning behind the words, behind what we already believe in, and then just shift the belief which is outdated for the new one, which is actually helping us go further in our life. That's helping us to see life as a game, because we are the creators, we write the script. Actually, our soul writes the script, but we are becoming our soul here on earth. That's like, I would say this is the definition of our age right now. That the soul, which was not felt in our bodies, is starting to pour in a sense that we will embody our soul, and that brings heaven on earth. When we see life as a game, then it just flows. And whatever comes, we have the upper ground. So something triggers us, and then we take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Is this a game? Yeah, it is a game. Ah, yeah, I see it. Ah. Sort of. Because some things are really triggering, and some small things we can overstep and just like walk away from that. But again, it's about us focusing on things we want and not at what we don't want. That's the basic. That's the basic. Because, yeah, I talked about that in the last video, so check that out if you want. When we want to be stable in our emotions, we have to see the triggers are a trap. And we have to recognize that we are falling into the trap. When we do, we have there the buffer. We have some time not to react. And when we don't react, we have the time to realize, it's a game. Wait a second, it's a game. And then, because of that little gap before reacting, we have a choice to change how we will react to that. Sometimes it might be very strong, so we will react anyway. Okay, it's a game, right? It's a game, whatever happens. When the trigger comes, pause. Like this, yeah. This was the trigger for me. So when the trigger comes, pause for a second or two, and then you have a choice to change the narrative. With small things, it will be easier. We have to start somewhere. It's a game, so no rush, no push, just be curious, enjoy it, even if it like everything is overwhelming. Just take a look, like be curious as a scientist under the microscope, but you're not watching the outside world. You're not studying outside world. You're studying you under the microscope. So when that happens, wait a second. Do I want to react here? I want to react. Yeah, it's stronger than me. Yeah, I have to beep that out. Okay. And in other cases, you will come and, all right, I don't have to react here. I just like walk away. Where you walk away, there is no game. You see, there are always two sides. Action and reaction. If action comes to you, will you react? If the vibrations are not aligning, there is no game. The action just disappears, it just dismantles. So, for the game to exist, there needs to be two sides. there needs to be action and reaction, right? So if you don't play, you go walk away, there is no game. And here it's the important part, because games are low vibrational or high vibrational, and that's the Matrix movie. When we step to the next deeper level, that's high vibrational. There is more truth, there is more clarity, more of everything we ever wanted, like in general. And so if someone comes with a present to you, oh, take a look at a present, this is like all my anger and all my suffering I want to project into you. You can say like, you know what I mean, right? He just screams at you, that guy. And you can say like, no, I'm not playing this game. And you walk away. So when you walk away from a fight, you don't play the low vibrational game. And you keep your higher vibrations. And because it's a skill, you will teach your brain to stay in the higher vibrations. And this means like, even when you're fight with someone, or when you're concentrating, focusing on, for example, internet, on things which are full of fear, full of sadness, like repetitive patterns, when you stay in that, it's all feeding the low vibrational states. So, and that's also a skill. So you really want to make new skill in yourself, to develop this skill to stay in high vibrational states, because when you stay here, when you feed that, what you feed will actually occur in your life, law of attraction. So when you stay here, this will disappear, this will dismantle. That's what this game is about. And this, when this comes and you stay here, it will just go around. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I feel this is everything for today. And so I thank you for being here with me. It was really great to have you here, and see you next time. Take care.